Today, Taoiseach, you will try to ram through unprecedented changes to Dail rules to allow Deputy Lowry and his group of TDs to sit in government and opposition at the same time. TDs who have pledged to support your government in good days and in bad, to use their own words. It is a farce, making a mockery of this Dáil, and frankly it is staggering the lengths to which you have gone with this brazen stroke. So let's put an end to the charade, Taoiseach. The Michael Lowry Group are government TDs, plain and simple. They designated themselves as such when they helped to negotiate, write and agree your programme for government. Their colleagues were rewarded with ministerial office. That's the reality. On January the 23rd, your government gave its word that you would work for a solution acceptable to both government and opposition. Hildegard Naughton, then Chief Whip, pledged in the Dáil to, and I quote, work to secure agreement as soon as possible and acceptable to government and opposition. But clearly, Taoiseach, your word means nothing.
The distortion of the debate is extraordinary. The disproportionate response of Sinn Féin and indeed the opposition is extraordinary. When you consider that this Dáil meets 101 days approximately a year, okay? And what is being proposed for 60 TDs, that they would have an opportunity of 8 minutes on a Tuesday and 8 minutes on a Wednesday to ask questions of the Taoiseach of the day. Now that actually means that for an individual in that 60, it could be an opportunity. I haven't interrupted anybody.
Deputies,
it basically means we're talking about once a year that a backbench TD may get that opportunity to speak in this other questions. And for all of that, the opposition have manufactured a political row, have raised this to heights that are quite farcical, given the enormity of the issues we have to face as a country. And if I could say, if I may say,
Deputies, do you wish to listen to the answer out of respect for the function?
I respect.
Deputy, please. Deputies, the Taoiseach is speaking. Had you not noticed? You've asked a question. He is deputy.
I respect the Count Corla. I respect the right of every deputy who's elected to this House. I respect their rights. I respect their rights to be heard, as well as their rights to speak. There's an attempt already to frustrate my attempt to speak here this morning in response, or this afternoon in response to Deputy McDonald. No, I would say that what the opposition, in a more serious vein, had been about, the opposition had been endeavouring to, if you like, direct a new departure or dictate a new departure, whereby it becomes the opposition. The opposition are now saying that it's up to them to decide who sits where in this House, who forms what group, and who becomes a member of what group. That is unprecedented. That is unprecedented by any yardstick. I have never, and I'm in this House.
Deputies, I'm standing. I expect that you will respect the chair. We are in a democratic House. This is Leader's question. We are deputies. Whether you like what's been said or not, please listen. That's the process. We have a lot of visitors in our gallery. The public are watching. I'd ask us all, I'm asking that you have respect for one another, one and all.
The opposition.
Deputy, resume your seat. Deputy, resume your seat. This is Deputy Collins's time. This is Deputy. Deputy, I'm afraid the fundamental issue here is your lack of respect for the chair. The salient ruling. of yourselves. And I am loath to say again, resume your seat, Deputy. Resume your seat, Deputy. All deputies, resume your seat. Deputy, out of respect, is it Deputy? Sorry, Deputy. Deputy, whilst you may not have respect for me.
Why they're breaking their word to the opposition? They told us on the day, on the floor here, he's made the commitment, it would be an agreement. Tell us now why you're breaking your word.
If
what
you,
did that guy do to you in between?
Deputy, resume your seat.
You can laugh all you want me out. You can laugh all you want, but it is not funny. It is not funny. It is not funny what you're doing.
You're making, for the public watching, you are making a holy, one of your colleagues mentioned misogyny. Misogyny is what was mentioned earlier. You're making a holy show of yourselves for the world to see. You're making a it's very clear you have no respect for the chair. None whatsoever. On one hand, yes, deputies. Are watching, and on one hand you want this, on one hand, Deputy, please, Deputy, on one hand you wish the government to have respect for the Count Corla's ruling, while ye yourselves are seemingly incapable of accepting